I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With that, it's time to crown the champion of the NFC. And to call the action, we send it to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. And yes, snow in our nation's capital. That's the story as we join you from FedEx Field here in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins. This will be fielded at the 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. Go. Set. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run again with P-Ron. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, that's Thompson. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's taken in at the 9. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Again, here's P-Ryan. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Well, the defense definitely showing blitz here. Here's P-Ryan. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, here's Osweiler. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Still 9 yards to go on third down. From the shotgun, Osweiler. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Shaq Thompson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. This will be, 38 yards out. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
So this is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The tight end, Olsen, in motion. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On second down, here's Newton. It's complete right side to Benjamin. A Carolina first, Newton to Benjamin. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. The tight end, Olsen, in motion. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The tight end, Olsen, in motion. And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Runs through the contact. And caught left side, Olsen. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On first down, Newton being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. The tight end in motion right. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. After the run, Newton going to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. Room here to run. Through an opening, and there he goes. And they do finally get him at the 12. A huge play there for Washington. 62 yards on the ground. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Set! Blue landing! Blue landing! Let's go, D!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a carry for Pirine. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Hot. 4 down.
Now it's Osweiler. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they recover the fumble in plus position, but they can't go anywhere. In fact, they go backwards, but they do get a field goal out of it.
They'll take the 3, but in a lot of ways, they feel like they let themselves down by not capitalizing, and they definitely let the defense down for getting the key turnover.
And the Panthers coming out now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Benjamin, the man in motion left. On 1st and 10, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line, back down in Philly. Here we go. Blue line.
They'll run it here with P-Rod. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard near the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get him into the...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there as the first half is winding down, and the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And that'll make it 13-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They go play action here on first down. On the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaq Thompson in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On 3rd down, Osweiler. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back to the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part went to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. They'll lose a yard, and it brings him 3rd.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So it is 3rd down now, but less than a yard to go. Now this time he'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. The tight end, Olsen, in motion. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They'll halt play here for an injury as Christian McCaffrey is slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Nice job holding them out of the end zone on 3rd down, but give a big assist to the crowd. They've been with them the entire game and have spurred them on. Here in the second half, they've really helped elevate their play.
And Godot's kick is right through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's P-Ride to begin the drive. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. And even 70 yards. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Shift together here from the D-line. First and goal, Kelly. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 2nd and goal to go now. And they'll try again down here with Kelly. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Osweiler. Flushed, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
A nice little juke. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
The tight end, Olsen, in motion. Now Newton on first down. Dancing to his left. Big hold to the 30. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter play. Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On second down, they run with Stewart. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Newton. And an alley to run. And he is knocked down from the side at the 44-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. Forced out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're good at training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Second and 10, Newton again. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Greg Wilson was the intended target, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. To the air again, Newton. He hits Riddick underneath. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They go back to Stewart on first. Able to get away. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, they're just an extra point away now from taking the lead. And the conditions miserable for a kicker and a holder, but this one's good, and with it, they take the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They start on the ground with Pirine. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Kelly running left. Kelly stripped. The ball is free. And the Panthers have recovered.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball. And we just saw there that that's difficult to do. But just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on. But the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Pirine. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go.
And they'll run it here. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. Samaje Perine denied on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now Stewart on 1st down. About 3 yards there to the 27. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. Seven yards to go on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And he's got some space here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This is Stewart again. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Newton gives off to Stewart. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
He's back to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Back to throw. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. To throw. Pryor has it complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22. Now they've got to signal that field goal unit, and they have to sprint out there in a hurry.
And this is always difficult on the snapper because his heart rate is way up there. He's got to calm himself enough to make an accurate snap.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for a trip to the... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, past the 20, 10, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. So it is up and good, and what was a one-point game to the very end actually winds up an 8-point victory. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell, but they've got to find a way to use